wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
Good.
Yeah, we're closing in on the holidays.
Oh, yeah. Here we are.
I know.
It's November.
I know. My friends laugh at me. I have most of my stuff done for like Christmas.
Why would you say that to all of us?
Wait, you don't have, with work, don't you have
Why would you say that to all of us? You're telling me we just got past Halloween and you have everything done for Christmas?
I have most things done for Christmas. Yeah, I have to. There's no way because if I don't do it early, I'm like
behind.
Do you like
Like
money?
me.
Can I just give you money? I'm like, because then I can't. I'm behind.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm either really early or late. It's really unfortunate.
Well, I'll be late, but anyway, you've inspired me. I know what I'm doing this afternoon.
I just don't like to be panicked about it. But wait, how's guest hosting go?
It's going great.
Y'all have different people. It's kind of fun. Are you worried for them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hosted with my husband, and on the morning of, my sister, who is great, and that's okay, because she's done some of these things before.
Yeah.
But my husband, works in business behind a desk. And so when he came in, I was like, there is a picture where I was actually praying. Oh, there it is.
Oh, no.
Literally praying, because he said some sort of joke, which was, supposed to stay among our household.
You're like, so don't do that.
Yes, and I also love him, so I want it to go okay for him.
Yeah.
But they called him to come back, and he was like, well, I just need to get my agent on the phone.
I'm
like, wow, honey, you don't have an agent, you know? Yeah.
But get one.
I know, exactly. He's gonna come back in December and do our Christmas Day show.
It'll be less stressful.
Yes, he's already done it.
Yeah,
he's already done it.
Yeah, I like it. All right. So wait, you've, you've had Read with Jenna for almost 7 years now, but you had a book club very young, right? When you were younger and you were teaching, right?
I was a teacher when I first graduated from the University of Texas.
Yeah.
And I taught 3rd grade, and my principal, Mrs. Galarse, came and she said, okay, here's your class. There's a statistic about 3rd graders that if you can't read on grade level by the end of the year, most will not go on to read well. And she tells me this.
Which parents never want to know that statistic.
No, I know.
Yeah. I'm
but I think she's like, there's this young teacher, we're gonna light a fire. You know, she tells me this. She shows me my class, and I see that many are below grade level. So I started Miss Jenna's book club. Yeah. And we stayed after school, and I taught them reading, and it was amazing. And I do think reading is one of the best gifts we can give our kids. And where you're born should not predict your level of education.
The opportunity nor access.
Exactly.
Agreed.
In education or health or anything. So, to all the teachers that are teaching reading every single day, we love you.
Yeah. And it's a hard thing, and everybody learns at a different pace, especially around that age.
Yes.
So it's hard to navigate that as a teacher with so many kids in the class, and everyone's a different. It's a very difficult thing.
Teachers all across our country are staying late and doing whatever they can to get these kids. So,
I know.
learning.
We're very lucky. They're angels. Now you have your own publishing imprint. This is exciting. I know you love reading. So it's 1,000 Voices.
Yes.
So tell us about it. What got you into doing it? Why?
Well, our mission with Read with Jenna is to highlight debut and diverse writers, and it's been such a dream. And I've also witnessed how hard it is to get published, how hard it is to get attention as a writer. I also know that reading starts conversations and creates empathy, and I think we could use a little more empathy these days in this country.
Absolutely.
So 1,000 Voices hopes to find new writers, new talent, and bring them, shine the spotlight like we're gonna do soon, so that these writers have a chance to break out. And I think we wanna pull up as many different voices to the table as possible.
And it's so cool too, because I have some writer friends too. It's so hard.
I know.
To stand out.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to stand out.
Especially with the distraction of technology. It's really a hard time for authors. So I hope that
we need them. Those are the storytellers. Those are people that keep history. Those are people that, the writers are the ones
Right, and we need to have
important.
those conversations and learn from different perspectives.
We are back with Jenna Bush Hager, everybody. Also joining us now is Jenna's very first author on her new publishing imprint, 1,000 Voices. Everybody say hello to Ariel Sullivan, author of the new book, Conform. So this is a first for both of you in a way, first for your imprint, first book. Tell us about it. How did this come about?
Yeah, so we met through our kids.
Yeah.
They go to the same school, or they did at the time.
Yeah.
And Jenna invited us over for a play date.
Yeah.
And that play date I ran late to because I was writing, and I sent this text message saying, I'm running behind. If it still works, I'd love to come. She said yes. We got to talking about it, and she offered to read it. And then she came back, said she loved it, and we had this whole idea, and it's all thanks to our 2 boys.
Yes.
I love that. Like what happens out of a play date. That's
Exactly.
Well, tell us about the book a bit.
Yeah, so the book is a dystopian romance.
Yeah.
It's the first book in a trilogy of trilogies that takes place in a world where your worth is in your genes, and it follows a 27-year-old minor defect who finds herself trapped between 2 men in a steamy love triangle on different sides of society, and then also in the middle of a brewing rebellion.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's so much material and where to go. That's amazing. Yeah. Where did that come from? Where? What?
Her brain.
Yeah. What?
My brain.
Did
No.
something inspire it?
It did. I started writing during COVID.
Okay.
And we got one of those classic text
A lot of
messages.
time.
Yeah, a lot of time at home. I got one of those classic text messages of like, I tested positive, you know, those chains, and it's like, well, do we quarantine? Do we test?
You have to
what
tell
do we do?
everybody.
Yeah, so I looked at the message and I looked at my husband. I was like, you know, sooner or later we're all gonna have these chips in our wrist, and it'll just tell us if we have infection, bacterial, like, whether we have a deficiency. And I was like, then they'll know and we don't have to think about this anymore. And so I went to bed. My son at the time was like 7 months old because COVID hit when he was 6 months. And I woke up to nurse him at 2 in the morning, and this idea had kind of like exploded in my subconscious. So I fed him, didn't go back to sleep that night, and spent the entire night writing the outline for this first book.
Okay, here's my thought. So this happens to me because I'm a writer as well for songs, but like it is the worst when you're, because especially a baby that young, this literally happened to me. I would get inspired in the most horrible moments that I should have been sleeping, and but you have to write when you have it, and you have to get it. How tired were you?
Very tired. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna write it, because I was like, this might be really good. And I started writing it, and the kids were all at home. Everybody was at home. So there was no like, school for like, it just anytime they were napping while I was pumping, I would write, which is I don't recommend.
Girl, I was writing while I was pumping too.
It's great. It hurts. That's where all the pain came from in the book. But yeah, so I just kept writing in all those moments, and then they went back to school. I started writing in the Carpool line as well. But it's just
she came to my house recently because our sons were hanging. And she was like, hey, is it cool if I stay in your driveway and write in my car? And I was like, yes, but you can also come inside and like sit at my kitchen table. And she's like, no, thank you.
No, because then they'll get distracted. It needs to be a lesson. I get it.
I need the car that nobody needs me in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably need to clean it out because there's something gross in the back seat that my kids left. But like, it's just alone in me, and I love it. So.
Did you know from the beginning it would be 3 trilogy like that?
I did not.
I was gonna say, when did that start happening?
So this was my first book.
Yeah.
So I've dabbled in writing nothing I ever wanted to publish, and I just wanted to do one book. One book seemed doable, and I was plotting and writing, and I got to about chapter 3, and I was like, wait, this is a trilogy. I was like, that's also doable.
Okay.
I got like to chapter 6, and I was doing all the world building, and I was like, wait, there's a prequel trilogy.
The fact that you said world building, I'm so in.
You're gonna be
building a whole
with
world.
this. You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna love it. It's like Hunger Games meets Handmaid's Tale with a real loving triangle that kept me up late at night, and my husband very happy.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
Well done.
That's why it's
what I
20
do.
plus years.
When I'm here.
Yeah. So you have many more titles to come.
Yes.
You started. It's called a Substack. I don't know what a Substack is. What
Well,
is that?
I also started a Substack. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's
What
called
is a
Voices at the
Substack?
Table. It's just a place where I can write too, because I'm not
never
writing
even
any
heard
more
of this
books.
term.
I'm just going to publish books.
Okay.
But we started a Substack where we'll share, hopefully, other people's work too. Leanne Morgan is on next week, which will be awesome, or this week.
Yeah.
And so it's been really fun. I just feel like we need to share more of women's stories.
Yes, and it's called Voices
at the Table.
Yeah. What a great title too. All right.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We need another break. You can find Conform, the first book of Jenna's new imprint, 1,000 Voices, out now wherever you buy your books, and everyone in our audience is going home with a copy.